Welcome to today's video, and if you're new here, my name is Leah and I am so glad that you're joining. I have some really awesome ideas for you to be able to spend less and create more, which is what we're all about here at Savvy Sauté. So I'm going to be sharing with you some leftover idea makeovers and then also some really easy dinner ideas that are not going to cost very much money or time. So if you think that sounds good and you'd like to know what we've got going on, stick around. This is Savvy Sauté. Is this ground chicken. As you can see, I like to purchase it when it's on sale. So a pound of ground chicken, I have an onion, and I'm going to just put that on my stovetop, get it cooked. Next, I'm just chopping up an entire onion, and I'm going to put that into a pot with the chicken at the same time to let both cook, and the onion is going to flavor the meat as it cooks. I prefer to cook my onions and meat at the same time. It just infuses more flavor. And then whatever kind of seasoning you're wanting to use in the dish, go ahead and add it now as well. Along with the onion, I'm also adding some garlic powder, salt, and pepper to the ground chicken and letting that fully cook. Once the ground chicken turns white, I'm going to add some soy sauce, and then I'm adding some squeezed ginger. You could use ginger powder if that's what you have. And then I'm also adding some sriracha for some more flavor and heat. Next, you're just going to mix it all up together, let those flavors combine, and then serve it up either on some rice, cauliflower, or in this case, I chose to do some lettuce. And then we have some lettuce wraps. I'm going to show you what I've got here. Roast. How many times do you make roast and have leftovers? Like every single time, right? So this time I made roast, we had it with rice, and I mixed it with some cauliflower. That's what that is. For this, I'm going to add some tomatoes and taco seasoning, and I'm going to make like a Spanish rice. I'm just adding the entire can of tomatoes that are diced in with this rice and cauliflower, and then also adding that taco seasoning. And I'm mixing it straight in the bowl. You can do this on the stovetop in a saucepan or a skillet, but since I already had the bowl dirty and I was using all of the rice, I just did it in the bowl and I'm going to microwave it. So I didn't have to dirty up another pan. It was really simple that way. And it's not like a traditional Spanish rice or anything, but it's a really great way to reuse rice that you have cooked already. To go with that rice, we're going to be making some quesadillas. So to a large pot, I'm just adding the roast with some olive oil and onions. At this point, you could also add some peppers or any other veggies that you want. This will work with chicken or any other kind of meat too. So layer it onto a tortilla, put cheese, and then I like to fold my tortillas in half and make a moon-shaped quesadilla. Serve it with the rice and it's a complete dish. The next meal on our meal plan was a last-minute prep. I already had gumbo cooked in my freezer, so I pulled it out, defrosted it part of the way, and then got it onto the stovetop to finish heating through. And then I cooked some rice in my Instant Pot, which is the easiest way I've ever found to do it. There's even a rice button, so you don't have to figure out the timing. And then just serve it all together once it was cooked. So easy and definitely Dakota's favorite. All right, so next I'm just going to try to get this stew meat into my Instant Pot with some verde sauce and let that go for tonight. You can use any kind of salsa that you want for this, enchilada sauce, red salsa, green salsa. Just get all of that into the Instant Pot, and then I went ahead and sauteed the peppers and onions that I wanted, so that way we could have fajitas. I had cheese shredded up. I've got tortillas sitting there. You can grill those up on a skillet, put them in the microwave to get them nice and warm, and then layer everything together. We had some homemade guacamole. We had hot sauce, sour cream, or Greek yogurt is what we have here. It was so yummy. Then we had all these leftovers from our fajita night. So I pulled all of those out, and instead of serving tacos or fajitas or some other kind of Mexican dish, I wanted to create a pasta dish that was inspired by Philly cheesesteak. So I put all of the meat into a pot with the sauteed peppers and the onions. And then I also got some freshly minced garlic put into there to give it a different flavor profile. And then once all of that garlic was cooked through, that is whenever the magic started and I got my sauce going. For the base of my sauce, I'm using about 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream and then also flavoring it some more with some salt and pepper. You can also use some garlic powder if you want to give it some more garlic flavor, but I thought this was fine just as is. And then once that gets nice and hot, you're going to also want to add some Parmesan cheese. Now, I think that mozzarella cheese would be amazing and give it even more of a cheesy, gooey, Philly cheesesteak kind of feel to it. But the Parmesan ended up working really well. It was basically just an Alfredo sauce that I made for this, and it worked wonderfully. So combined with the flavor from the peppers, you totally have a different tasting sauce than just Alfredo. So that's what makes it Philly cheese to me, is all those peppers and then the beef. Now, you can serve it on bread, but I was feeling pasta. So when I make pasta, I always salt my water. Don't forget that step because it really does make a difference. So you're just going to cook whatever kind of pasta you have on hand. I chose this spiral pasta, and then you're going to add it once it's cooked back over to the pot that has all of the sauce and the meat and the veggies. So let that go ahead and start combining. You can add some more Parmesan cheese to it, or at this point, add that mozzarella if you have it. And this is a really great dish to go ahead and cook ahead of time because the longer that it sits there, the more flavor will get infused into the pasta and the thicker the sauce becomes. I hope that today was fun for you as it was for me, and that you've gotten some inspiration from what leftovers we used and what was on our meal plan. So let me know in the comments, what kind of meals are you cooking? What's on your meal plan? And are you using leftovers at all? I'd love to hear from you. So until the next video, I will see you in the comments.